it's really important to have the athletic trainer there to make sure it's safe for them.
When high school student athletes take the field this fall across Maryland, most of them will do so without an athletic trainer watching over them. The 11 News I-Team has obtained new data from Maryland K through 12 public school districts showing only a third of the districts statewide have full-time athletic trainers.
And as investigative reporter Tolly Taylor discovered, there's a shortage of athletic trainers. He explains in our exclusive report, Short on Safety.
From Damar Hamlin in the NFL to high schooler Elijah Gorham here in Baltimore, national and local stories have underscored the importance of athletic trainers. But one expert says a combination of low pay, the pandemic, and a new master's requirement have led to a shortage nationally and locally.
Anytime I'm able to talk about Elijah makes me happy. As he was a young man with ambition, big dreams.
Despite being the youngest of her 4 kids, Chantrez Shaw says it was Elijah who looked out for her after she suffered a stroke years ago.
He was a mama's boy.
Elijah Gorham started strong his senior season at Mervo High School in 2021, but in late September, the star wide receiver suffered a traumatic brain injury during a game, and there was no athletic trainer to respond. School personnel attended to Elijah for 45 minutes before he was taken to a hospital. He died about a month later. In the settlement agreement, Baltimore City Public Schools paid the Gorham family $345,000 and vowed to hire an athletic trainer for every district high school with an athletics program by the fall of 2024. But as this year begins, City Schools says it doesn't have any athletic trainers for its nearly 22,000 high school students, with the 2-year anniversary of Elijah's death approaching. Considering what happened to Elijah on the field, do you feel like if they go out there without athletic trainers on the field, do you feel like they can be safe?
No.
Why?
We want to make sure that we can get them taken care of immediately. Time is very sensitive, as we can see.
But while Baltimore City has the worst shortage, the I-Team has learned most districts across Maryland have similar issues. The I-Team asked every K-12 public school district across Maryland if they have full-time athletic trainers at their high schools. Of the 20 that responded, only 7 districts are fully staffed, with 1 trainer per high school. 12 districts are not, often using part-time athletic trainers or depending on EMTs for games. Baltimore City was the only district with no coverage, though a spokesperson says it's in the process of recruiting. Many reported prioritizing football games, sometimes leaving other full-contact sports like lacrosse, wrestling, or basketball uncovered.
We're trained to respond immediately to that emergency, and the earlier intervention you can have, the better off the outcome for the student.
While every coach in Maryland is required to be CPR certified, the president of the Maryland Athletic Trainers Association, Jean Perez, says having a full-time athletic trainer like April Watson of Baltimore County's Franklin High School provides much more, reducing long-term injuries, and perhaps most importantly, creating and overseeing the school's state-mandated emergency action plan to deal with sports injuries. That state mandate only went into effect after Elijah's death, named the Elijah Gorham Act. When a student goes down on the field at a school with an athletic trainer, it's typically that trainer making decisions.
There's someone designated to go get the AED, go get the splint bags, go get, the immersion tub if that's something that's necessary.
At schools with no athletic trainers, it falls to the coaches and staff to figure out the emergency action plan. As the head football coach at Franklin High School, Anthony Burgos has coached with a part-time athletic trainer for more than 2 decades.
We'll get him in to see the doc.
This year, for the first time, the Baltimore County School has a full-time athletic trainer.
Everybody should have a full-time trainer. It's just vital. So she does a really great job of making sure that we're prepared for any emergency that's going to happen.
Jean Perez says a combination of low pay, a new national requirement that athletic trainers have a master's degree, and the pandemic have led to a shortage of athletic trainers locally and nationwide.
But it's definitely an issue where we have more positions open than we have people to fill them.
But whatever the root cause of the problem, Elijah's mother hopes those in charge are working toward a solution, focused on the bottom line, keeping student athletes across Maryland safe. In spite of what she and her family have been through, Shaw says she finds purpose in helping others. When I called you up and asked to schedule the interview today, you said that the interview would be taking place on your birthday.
Yes.
And you said something else to me about Elijah. What was that?
That this was way of Elijah telling me happy birthday to me. Yes. My heart is to continue to keep Elijah's legacy alive.
Thanks to the efforts of Elijah's parents, the Elijah Gorham Act now requires all Maryland middle and high schools to keep AEDs close by, as well as other life-saving equipment. Coming up at 6, we zero in on what the shortage of athletic trainers looks like at school districts in the Baltimore area. For the 11 News I-Team, I'm Tolly Taylor.